So Brenay has been trying to get with Tim for the last 3 years, actually, y'all. This is not new. And Akira has all of the receipts, text messages, etc. The court documents are now being unsealed. Basically, Brenay had been texting Tim, telling him that I can give you the whole entire world. I'll do anything to get with you. Sending him all types of cash apps, Apple Pays, transactions of just money in general for the past 3 years. Mind you, she's supposed to be married to whole ass Devin. Like, this is getting crazier. And then what I find even diabolical is the fact that she's trying to gaslight everybody, talking about some, oh, y'all are going to see once the court case is done with, once everything's finalized, y'all are going to see, y'all going to look crazy, y'all da-da-da-da-da, knowing dang well she had been trying to get with that girl's husband for 3 years.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is Brenay's lawyer, because he hasn't advised her to keep Tim out of her videos. Like, this is an open case. You are messing with someone's husband. What is going on? Have anything rung a bell? Brenay, that judge is going to eat you and Tim alive. They got so much evidence on this situation. You can't even answer no questions with Akira lawyer asking you. Girl, you not taking it serious. Allegedly, you been paying him for 3 years. Your friend husband, you been jealous of this lady. Paying him? Do you really think this gonna last? You really think he not gonna see his wife again? He got kids with this lady. You done fucked up your relationship with Devon. He don't even look happy. Tim don't look happy at all. Devon need to sue you next. Like, y'all dead ass wrong, and you don't take no accountability for anything you have done. You blaming everybody in this situation but yourself.
Too much tea. Brenay is having another horrible week as TikTokers have now dug up shocking court documents regarding Akira's lawsuits against Brenay for creeping behind her back allegedly with her husband Tim, all while Tim was still married to Akira, as well as Brenay befriending Akira. As we see here, the original couples, Akira and Tim, Devin and Brenay, would visit each other's homes and have cooking nights where they would do bonding time and games. And it is also said that Brenay is the godmother of Akira and Tim's children. Brenay has already been having a rough time on social media as she receives a lot of backlash and criticism for what is taking place with Akira, Devin, and Tim. And now it is just overload for Brenay as TikTokers have now pulled up the court documents. Akira has hired an attorney by the name of Robin Jones. Robin is representing Akira in this civil suit against Brenay, and baby, she is not playing. They are going after Brenay, seeking damages of up to over $1 million. Let's take a quick flashback look to June 1st, 2024, when the civil suit was first filed by Akira against Brenay. This way we can better understand the new shocking details that have come out in the lawsuit this week.
I'm not a lawyer, but let me tell you about this lawsuit of a woman civilly suing her husband's mistress for sleeping with her husband. Y'all been tagging me in this and I didn't know what it was, but I'm here now. So let's talk about this 14-page lawsuit that was filed by Akira Montague against social media influencer Brenay Kennard. Now, there are a couple key players in this lawsuit, and if you're new to this, you're gonna need the context. So this is Brenay, and according to the lawsuit, she has over 2 million followers on TikTok and over 300,000 on Instagram. And again, Brenay is the defendant in this case, or the one being sued. And then there's Akira, who is the plaintiff for this case, the one who filed the lawsuit, and her husband's name is Tim Montague. The two of them got married in October of 2018. They have 2 kids together, and according to the lawsuit, had a happy and loving marriage prior to the, quote, deliberate interference of the defendant, aka Brenay. And so now Akira and her husband Tim have been separated since March 14th, 2024. A little backstory on Akira and Brenay. The lawsuit says that they developed a close friendship because their husbands, Akira's husband Tim and Brenay's husband Devin, were close friends and also first cousins. The lawsuit says that they all treated each other like family, hung out with each other, and confided in each other. But Akira says that Brenay used the personal information that she gained from their friendship to turn around and seduce her husband. According to the suit, Akira's husband Tim was a sales manager and managed Brenay as a social media influencer. The suit claims that shortly after meeting Tim, Brenay engaged in behavior that was designed to, quote, seduce him and interfere with his marriage, including bending over while wearing very short skirts, flicking her tongue to expose her tongue rings in a flirtatious manner, verbally flirting, and some other stuff. The lawsuit says that Brenay would do cooking videos with all four of them, her husband Devin, Tim, and Akira, but then Akira says that Brenay started making posts with just Tim. It goes on to say that Tim and Brenay first engaged in intercourse in December of 2023 in the marital home at that lady's house. And Akira became aware of the affair in January of 2024 from a video of the two in her house. The lawsuit says that the two of them, Brenay and Tim, have exchanged several videos and messages, including a video where Brenay allegedly says she couldn't wait to have Tim's last name. Then goes on to say that Tim has abandoned Kiara and their children and left the marital home and moved into Brenay's townhouse. At this present time, Brenay continues her relationship with Akira's husband. She provides housing and financial support to him, including co-signing for the lease for the apartment where Tim currently lives. So he moved out of her townhouse, or he still live there? I'm confused. The lawsuit says that Brenay, quote, unlawfully gained the affections of Akira's husband, alienated his affections from her, and induced him to neglect her, their children, and his home. She has flaunted her affair and romantic relationship with the plaintiff's husband in public and private places, in and around friends and acquaintances of Akira's, and with the intent to humiliate the plaintiff. As a direct result of Brenay's actions, including sleeping with Akira's husband and excessive posting on social media, Akira has been deprived of the right to consortium, society, companionship, friendship, relations, aid and assistance, and economic and financial support of her own husband. Akira has suffered humiliation, mental and emotional anguish, and injury to her health, and her children who were born to the marriage have been deprived of a two-parent household with the love and affection from their mother and father and the financial stability that it brings. Akira says Brenay's malicious and unlawful conduct has destroyed her happiness and her home. And so Akira is suing her, and she has two causes of action. The first is for criminal conversation, which although is worded really weird, it really means adultery or sleeping with somebody else's spouse. And then the second cause of action is for alienation of affection, which basically goes off the premise that when you're married, you have a right to certain love and affection from your spouse. And so when a third person interferes or diverts that affection that you have a right to, you can sue them. In North Carolina, at least. Akira mentions repeatedly in her lawsuit that her marriage was a happy, devoted, and faithful one, and Brenay's willful, malicious, and intentionally seductive actions caused their separation. And that's why she's suing. Now, just to be clear, you can't sue for this in every state, but you can in North Carolina. So I guess we'll see what happens with this.
We sure are seeing what's happening now in October 2024. Let's get into it. Akira and her attorney Robin have subpoenaed Brenay to provide documents from the last 3 years of Brenay sending Tim money. So the new details come in the form of a questionnaire in the lawsuit. And the first question they're asking Brenay is to state her full name or any nicknames or aliases, date of birth, along with her social. She has to put her response. Number 2 wants to know her official job and official job title. Number 3, they want to know how much money does Brenay make from her job. Number 4 asks Brenay to identify all of her social media accounts and don't exclude any, and make sure that she includes the usernames and email addresses for the accounts. Number 5 wants Brenay to indicate her current marital status, and number 6 wants Brenay to explain the relationship between the plaintiff's husband and her current husband in detail. Now, there's plenty more questions and you can pause to read. However, we are going to get into some TikTokers who are going to break this down for you. And they're also going to cover all the main details you would like to know. But before we go there, let's take a listen at Brene's mom and Tim's mom say that Tim and Devin are indeed not cousins.
So, for years, I've known Timothy, Devin. I met them years and years ago. Right. So when I first met them, they told me they were cousins. Brenay, me, my whole family. My 4 kids is when I say family, that's what I'm talking about, referring to. We all said they were cousins for years because that's what I was told from Timothy and Devin. Recently, when I say recently, it was in the last month that you came to my house, correct?
Right.
And you informed me what? As Timothy's mother.
They are not cousins. So the whole thing got started when they was in school because they had the same last name. So they just went with it.
Brenay also says that Akira has always been jealous of her.
Correct? Okay. She's been jealous from the get-go. I don't know why y'all believe that. But hey, it is what it is. Jealous of what? Me? Like, I don't understand why y'all don't. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, when we go to court, we will see. And I'm gonna say just how
Brenay's mother spoke out again because she also receives a lot of backlash and criticism alongside Brenay as the public blames her for Brenay's actions, saying that she did not raise Brenay right. So she responded, and this is what she had to say.
What she saw. You really believe that? Me? She learned from what she saw? Let me make it clear to you, me. Can I make it clear to you, Bookie? I have been abstinent for years and by myself for years. And I was married to her father for 20. So what did she see? And I'm still abstinent. Please tell me, what did she see? And I didn't even have to share that. But I did. What is it you gotta say, Ming? Because I stand before God.
Brenay also included Tim when she asked him were they separated before they got together.
How can you screen this? Someone ruined your marriage. But
We got through this before.
okay, did y'all not separate before?
Yep.
Okay. How can you scream that I ruined a marriage that y'all were separated before? Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life since alone, in your life alone, for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream? Oh my gosh, Brenay ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and third. How can I do this? How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay came into the picture to try to ruin it. I was in your life, but I'm saying before any of this, that social media see is what I mean. Before social media see. Thank you. I don't get it. But I ruined your marriage, but it happened before. In the same situation that's happening now, happened before. But Brenay's a homewrecker. But believe what y'all want, believe what y'all want, believe what y'all want, believe. Took an opportunity for what? Do y'all realize I had an opportunity to be with Tim a long time ago? I've known this man since I was 15 years old. 15, I'm 25. Don't y'all think if I wanted him, I would have had him before she even laid eyes on him? He been in my life, I was 15, bro. Y'all want a little bit of the tea? I was 15. 14 years old, but we dated officially 15. I've known him since I was 14 years old. Tell him on yourself. If I wanted Tim a long time ago, don't y'all think I would have had him before even she was something to him? Come on now, bro. Come on. Y'all not thinking logically. Y'all can think how y'all want to think and say what y'all want to say. I was plotting. If I plotted, I would have got it. If I was plotting to get him, I would have got him when I was plotting.
These are the ones who keep asking me, have I seen these new court documents regarding Brenay? Baby, I had time last night and I did. Not 1 month, not 1 year, but 3 years. And then you supposed to be the friend, the godmama. State whether or not you have whether or not you have recorded yourself expressing how the plaintiff's husband makes your female genital feel. Baby, that's a woman. I guarantee you. She had cameras in her house. I guarantee you she had access to Tim iCloud because iCloud saves everything. Your text messages, your pictures, everything. State whether you are aware that your actions have aided in destroying the marriage between plaintiff and her husband. Do y'all hear that? So they ain't putting all the fault on her, but saying that her actions, her advances, the fact that she's in an entanglement with somebody else's husband have literally aided in the marriage not being reconcilable.
3 years, Brenay? Damn, for 3 years. You went after Tim? Are you serious? For 3 years, you played in Akira's face? Bruh, that's some grimy shit right there. That is grimy. So y'all know Akira is suing Brenay, and now all of the court documents have just been unsealed and open, so it's all out now. Brenay was texting this man, telling him that she would give him the world, that she would just give him all this money. Hell, she was sending him money for 3 years. Whole time she had that man, Devin, her husband. Yeah, she had him at that house. You sending a man money? I can't imagine sending another man money while I'm with my husband. Like, hell no, that's going to my house, my kids, my family. I'm not sending that to you. That's why Akira's been real quiet. Y'all notice she ain't said nothing. But baby, when she come out, baby, she gonna pop out. And she finna flip TikTok all the way over. Watch. Cause girl, you played the long game. That's just I'm not gonna lie. Paying a man to be with you gotta be top one. The most craziest things that I've ever seen. Like, you've been paying that man for 3 years to be with you, girl. And you know what else is crazy? Because I was watching a live where Tim Mother, I don't know who Tim Mother was talking to. And this is the problem with y'all mothers. Y'all need to mind y'all business with certain things. She gets on live and say, this divorce was in the making for 3 years. So that means Tim was pillow talking with Brenay about what was going on in the household with Akira. I don't know about y'all, but 1 + 1 is equaling 2. This even more further proves the point. Like, we already know we already know he deserves everything he get. We already know that. But this proves the point further. This really proves Akira's case, because you dead plotted. Like, regardless of whatever they may be going through, you dead plotted on this. Like, and then I saw a video. And the video, I can't remember how far back it was, but the video was like making dinner with Tim again. And Akira's in the background. And I'm not going to lie, Devin and Akira, y'all got a different level of patience. Because I know y'all saw that video when she titled it. I would have flipped everything. We all going to jail now.
About Tim. Listen, Brenay, I'm all for you being happy. I'm all for you finding your person or whatever, but that is not your person, ma'am. I promise you it's not. And the reason why I said that is because if that man could easily leave his home, his wife, his 2 kids, he has nothing attached to you. He could be out in the New York Minute and not think twice about it, because what he gonna stay with you for? Instagram check, a TikTok check, a Facebook check? Baby, it's not worth it. And I think eventually when reality hits him, he's gonna know that he made a lot of mistakes. He could have just left Akira and that be that. But the fact that he ended up dealing with you, knowing that y'all double dated, he considered your husband as his cousin. They call each other cousins, which
every other day trying to fight for your life, proving to us how good of a person you are, is because you see how fine Devon done got. And you can't believe it. Sis, I don't know if you seen, but he was on live and they said something about his glow up, and he said, yeah, he just dropped 300 pounds of dead weight. Ooh, he was talking about you, girl. I said, ooh, wait, the shade.
Ooh, y'all catching the tease? No? Hold your cup out. Let me fill it up. Hold on. So, ain't nobody see the questions that the lawyer was asking Brenay pertaining to Tim and Akira about this whole affair thing? Brenay been paying Tim for 3 years, basically just claiming that she's the better woman for him. For 3 years, y'all, paying this man. Then, y'all, there were about maybe 50-something questions that the lawyer asked Brenay. Do y'all know she had the nerve not to answer not damn question? And baby, the questions are detailed. Did you sleep with the plaintiff's husband? Did you sleep with the plaintiff's husband in her bed? Were you in the house making TikToks in the plaintiff's house with the plaintiff? Y'all, they got down to the nitty gritty, and baby girl ain't answer now motherfucking question. Not now motherfucking question. So what the fuck? Brenay, is you... Like, if you... Brenay, you was buying dick. I'm sorry. Brenay, you was paying for it. Shit kind of makes sense, though. That's why she always got that black vest on with that black shirt. Because she ain't got no money to buy shit else. Because she done used it all buying Tim. She brought Tim. It can't even be happy. You ever spent your money on something and a bitch won't even let you enjoy it? I feel you, Brenay. I'll be mad, too. You don't spent your hard-earned social media money on this man, and all you want to do is just enjoy him in peace. You didn't care if that was that lady husband and those kids' daddy, your godchildren. You didn't care about it. You spent your hard-earned money and you want to enjoy that man in peace. Baby, after this here, I don't think it's going to be no peace for a while, but, you know, I wish you the best.
Come on over here so we can clock some tea. In this girl bed, you and Tim making TikToks. Let's not forget the part where you paid him for 3 years. You paid him for 3 years so he can finally leave his wife so you can still pay him. That's why he had your credit card at that time. Where you claim he was holding it for you. I ain't even much gonna lie, you embarrassing your family, your mom. Like, then you feel like you didn't commit adultery. You did. You definitely did. Like, come on now, sister. But you come on this app and you look for sympathy, and then you try to call out your ex-husband. That man doing great, living fine, looking fine. You might want to go ahead and figure out what you're going to do, because you finna pay some money. And Akira, baby, I love this lawyer that you got, because they ain't playing.
Brenay gonna have to spill the beans, because Akira's attorney is definitely asking all the questions and getting all in her business. These questions are asking things like, what's your job? How much you make? Are you married? Did you know that Tim was married? Did you know that Akira was married to Tim? Did they allow you to create content on social media in their marital home? What's your social media accounts? Did you have any type of sexual intercourse with Tim at his house? Have you had it in general? Have you had it before? Their separation date. I'm looking through it while I'm talking to y'all, because I want to give y'all the synopsis. Was there a romantic relationship? How much money have you sent him? Because apparently Tim was her manager at some point. What's the relationship between your spouse and Tim? In addition to that, what's your marital status? Were you in love with the plaintiff's husband? Can you state the details of your feelings? State whether you would like to have a family with this man. In addition to that, how many times have you lied to the plaintiff about having an affair with her husband? In relation to that, have you recorded yourself either reminiscing about or doing anything sexual? I'm gonna just leave it like that. Provide dates of locations and trips with the plaintiff's husband. It's real detailed. Like, state whether you ever allowed the plaintiff's husband to move in and stay for long periods of time at your residence. State whether or not you post the plaintiff's husband on your social media as y'all are in fact a couple. State whether or not you are aware that your actions have taken away a two-parent household. How much money have you spent on payment methods like Cash App and Zelle? State in detail your current monthly living expenses. And so they're asking about like rent, mortgage, utility, vehicles, clothing, activities, entertainment, groceries. They're also asking her to identify each person who has knowledge of the facts and events and the pleadings and any answers to these interrogations they may testify. Yeah, this is pretty deep. Like, they're even asking like, what's the relationship with you and that person, their contact information. List each instance in which you've received money from the plaintiff's husband as well. Brenay, babe, we was talking about that credit card stuff a few days ago. Now it's getting real deep. And so allegedly she has not provided any level of a response to any of these questions. And I honestly think it's because she knows that y'all can go look up these answers. I don't think that's how court works in general. I feel like she can probably say, based on her status, she can ask that her responses be concealed from the public. I don't know if they can actually do that or not based on the circumstances of what kind of court case this is. But Brenay, babe, you're going to have to answer the questions. Maybe we won't see it, but you're going to have to answer these questions, and you're going to have to come clean. Were you sending that man money? Were you buying his love, or were you just paying him for a service? And if he was your manager, how is that working now? Just curious.
Because Brenay do not want to take accountability. I don't think Tim do either. But she's mostly who I've been seeing. She keep on saying like, well, how can you end something that was already ended on and agreed upon and all this other stuff? At the end of the fucking day, the fucking problem has never been that they agreed to get a divorce and you're dating somebody who's going through a divorce. And then you also got divorced. Like, y'all both going through a divorce and y'all dating each other. That has never been the problem. The main problem is you was in that lady's house, helping them with their kids, being a friend to her and her husband at the time. Your husband also was involved. All y'all was friends, and then all of a sudden, y'all fuck with each other. And then in the beginning, you tried to make it seem like you wasn't even fucking with him, but now you are. Like, that's the problem. You wrong as fuck.
Brenay and Tim backs have not stopped spreading since they did Devon and Akira wrong. Girl, you sitting up her knees knocking on everybody's front door, posing peace sign with this lady husband in the bed. I still can't get over that you doing this with this lady husband on the World Wide Web. And for you to be so holy, why you always gotta have cleavage overflowing out your tops? Like, how the fuck is your cleavage in 3D? Tim sitting up here blowing up like a hot air balloon. Baby, your wife has glowed. Literally paid. Baby, I'm gonna be rich and famous off this TikTok shit. Like, all her money, all that money she used to scam y'all for them titties, everything in them breasts, she just paid that man. Like, with all that money you scammed up off them people to go get your breasts supposedly reduced, you couldn't buy a better man. You couldn't buy somebody else's man. Why you have to buy your first cousin? Lord Jesus. You had to go buy your husband first cousin. Honey, you and them sinning ass titties got some explaining to do, baby. All that church music in the background, release it, we tired. You got some explaining to do. Big Tim do too. While he sitting up here laughing, he hearing ha think he didn't got off all that weight that Devon dropped, baby Tim picking it straight up.
Now y'all need to tell me they done gave this girl 20 more questions when she ain't answered the first question to the first 50 questions that they have given her. My God, I just don't know at this point, baby. My heart is beating for her. My heart is bleeding for her. I'm gonna need her to get it together. My God, they trying to take her down with the get down real quick, fast, in a hurry, honey. I done sat up here and tried to tell y'all, Miss Robin ain't playing no games with sister girl. She's going through the creases and crevices of her life, and I done told y'all she leaving no stone unturned. Now the fact that they done already added 20, I can see this being a 100 question survey. Now if you already missed the first 50 questions, you're gonna have to go back and watch some of these videos of mine and these other content creators to catch up. But baby, let's jump in these 20 questions they done just added. First question states, state whether it is true that during difficult periods in your marriage, plaintiff and plaintiff husband allowed you to stay in their marital home. My God, they done hit her with a hard question on the first go round. State whether or not your husband knew about they say state whether or not your husband was aware of your sexual relationship with the plaintiff's husband. At this moment, just a moment of silence. Question number 4 say, indicates whether you form a relationship with plaintiff and plaintiff's family, including plaintiff's minor children. Somebody just go give me some oxygen. I can't breathe. I can't breathe for the girl. Jesus, y'all just stay tuned. That's just the thrill of the question. I can't even go no further. I need to process what's about to happen, baby. That ain't even happening to me. But y'all stay tuned, baby, because when I tell you, baby, the tea is scalding hot, it is hot. You know how that whistle goes off? Let you know that this tea is baby.
I just saying something about Brenay and the court questions. And girl, I'm appalled. I am appalled. You mean to tell me, Brenay, girl, you been out here for 3 years tricking off your money? You got that good man, Savannah, that good man that every woman pray for. You got that good man over there wanting to be with you. Why do them titties hang low? Do they dabble to the flow? You know? And you done played in that man's face. And you over there being a trick. I'ma pray for her. I'm really gonna pray for her because, dear girl, they got you up there on the witcher stand under God, One Nation. They got you up there on the stand, girl. And I know you're up there embarrassed because you act like you don't want to answer the goddamn question. But I tell you this, girl, you was in that woman's house, in the marriage house, making TikToks with her man. You a low down dirty woman. You a low down dirty woman. Ooh, you girls ain't nothing these days. These why the mans don't want to be with you. Cause y'all don't know how to act ladylike. So that pocketbook was thriving so bad that you had to go over there and get that lady husband. Girl, what? Girl, wait a minute. Let me put my cup down. Because Brenay, is you serious, girl?